Hi. So one of the things that we're going to be doing this week is to read this specific article out of the Scope magazine. It's called The Broom Dog. But let me go back to where that's located. That's our number 3 item in our weekly list. Most of you are going to click into this, and it will work just fine the way that it is. But I kind of wanted to give you a tip that might help you in completing your next assignment after you finish reading this. So I'm going to navigate back to this, and I'm going to hover over this hyperlink, and I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to open the link in a new tab so that I can look at it separately. I'm going on the assumption that you have already read the article, so I'm going to come down and also show you how to do the questions for this, okay? So I'm going to not click on it normally. I'm going to do like I did on the previous one. I'm going to right click on it and open in a new tab, okay? So now I have 2 new tabs, and I want to show you how you can open this up to make it workable for you. So let me scroll this up so that you can see my tabs. So I have the first one. I'm going to click and hold on it, and I'm going to pull it out in a way so that it will open up all by itself. Then I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to do the same thing for the questions. I'm going to click and hold and pull so that it is its own window. And then on this one, I'm going to click and move it to the side of my window so it will only take up half of the screen. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring up the window for the Broom Dog, and I'm going to click on the top, hold it, and then move it to the side, and it will be on that second half of it. Now I'm going to enlarge it on just that side, and I'm going to enlarge this on this side. Now I have 2 working screens that I can use to complete this assignment. Okay, in order for you to be successful with this question assignment, there's a few things that you're going to need to do to answer these correctly. Let's pay attention specifically to the wording. If we have more than one question, we need to answer them all. Okay, so on this first one, it says the structure and style of the introduction is like a poem. The writer uses repetition and non-traditional sentence structures as well as many metaphors. Choose 3 things to which the author compares a school bus. For each, explain what the author means. Okay, so we need to go back to the article that we read, and we need to find information about the school bus. And sometimes finding information in an article that we read can be hard, but you've got a leg up because you have this search bar right here. And I can type in school bus and enter, and it will show me every instance that it mentions a school bus in there. Let's look at the other instances in this paragraph. A school bus is many things. A school bus is a substitute for a limousine. A school bus is the student's version of a teacher's lounge. A school bus is the principal's desk. A school bus is the nurse's cot. A school bus is an office with all the phones ringing. This is a great paragraph to help us to answer this prompt right here. Choose 3 things. There's multiple options for you to choose from. You just need to restate the prompt. So we're going to go 3 things a bus is compared to are, and then list them. And then you can also go in and say the author compares these, and then do your reason, because. Okay, finish those out. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let's look at the second question. This one says, and I know you can't see it complete on the screen, so I'll read it for you. Hopefully you can see yours when you're doing this. And hearing it was like hearing the world's longest whistle blow, shrill, shredding his eardrums. His skin was crawling like it was changing color from brown to yellow. School bus yellow. Page 4. What do these lines reveal about Canton in this moment? How do the whistle and the color yellow connect to what is happening? Okay, there are 2 questions in number 2, and you do need to answer both of them. And it is going to be about this specific line right here. Okay, so you need to analyze this. What what do these lines reveal about how Canton is responding? And how does the whistle and the color yellow connect to what's happening? So how do those things apply to that event in the story? Answer both questions. Okay, you can do a wrap with that. So restate Canton, or these lines reveal that Canton is, okay, that's your restate, and the next part of that sentence would be your answer. Do that with both of them, and then you've completed this question. I'm going to skip number 3 because number 3 is very similar to number 2. So I'm going to go down to number 4. What kind of person is Mr. Munch? Support your answer with details from the story, page 7. So guess what? We still have this option right here. I'm going to go back over to the story. I'm going to type in Mr. Munch. And it's going to search for an instance for him. And anytime you want to move on and see other instances, all you have to do is push this little button right here. It will take you on to each individual instance that Mr. Munch appears in the story. So look for the information. What kind of person is Mr. Munch? Restate. Use information from the article. If you're going to quote it, make sure you put it in quotes. So like this, Mr. Munch is, and then give the evidence that you found here. And if you direct quote, put it in quotations. And that is your answer for this question. Support your answer with details from the story. Okay. Last question. Number 5. How does the broom dog help Canton to cope after his mom's accident? What are some other things that might help someone in Canton's situation? This is an extended response, and this is where you're going to use some of your own reactions, some of your own personal thoughts about this. However, is there information in this short story that you could use to help answer this? Absolutely. Okay, so go back, look for information that would help to answer these 2. Again, you have multiple questions, so you do need to answer both. Okay. All right, well, if you have any questions about these, feel free to reach out in the questions discussion board, and I will be glad to help direct you and help you be successful with this assignment. Have a good day, guys.